Hi, I'm Tracy Hutchins, President of the Hanover Area Chamber of Commerce, and we are introducing a new show called Meet Your Merchants, which highlights some of the great businesses and merchants that make up our communities. One of the things that Chambers of Commerce are privileged to do is welcome new businesses to the community. And recently, we were able to do a ribbon cutting and welcome Hutchins Media, a marketing and advertising firm, to downtown Hanover. And then we had a chance to sit down with Janet Hutchins, the owner, and find out how she got into this business and what inspires her to keep it going after 20 plus years in the media. And so today I am here with Janet Hutchins, principal of Hutchins Media. No relation to me, as it turns out. And we are welcoming Janet to downtown Hanover. She is a business that's new to Hanover, but not new to what it is that you do. So Janet, can you tell us a little bit about how long have you been in business?
I have been in business for 33 years.
Wow, great.
Yeah.
Okay, and doing the same kind of work, or has it changed in 33 years?
It's changed in the relation that there's more media outlets that I'm using. So when I first started out, there was no web, there was no internet. So we were just primarily doing logos and print work, magazines, that type of thing. And at that point, it was called Hutchins Design. And then over the years, the web came in, and so we started to build websites and got involved in social media and the whole internet marketing and inbound marketing and that type of thing. So it's grown. It hasn't really changed all that much. It's really just grown.
Oh, great.
In the different areas that we're using.
So is this is this a line of field that you trained for? Because so many people go to school for something completely different and then they sort of fall into a career. So what is your education background?
Well, it's interesting you should say that. So actually I have a BA degree from Hamilton College in studio art and religion. I was a double major, but there's a lot of art in religion. So that was one of the reasons I chose to have a double major. But at that point, I was just studio art. So I was a painter, which I still am today, of oils and pastels. But I had always loved graphics. I'd always loved magazine design. And in fact, when I was a little girl, I had a newspaper called the Kirkconney Whisper. My best friend, Hannah Mahoney, and I was Janet Kirkpatrick at the time, we started the Kirkconney Whisper, and we would draw and illustrate and also gather news. And we created this publication once a month for a few years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I think it's sort of in my blood.
There you go. Okay, so then, so you got out of college and you love graphics and went back to school or just started doing graphic design?
I just started doing graphic design. Right out of college, I went and got a job at State Street Bank and realized that the banking world was not something I was interested in. And then I got a job at Wang Laboratories, which some people remember and others don't, in their design department. And they did everything in-house. At that point, we were just speccing type. We weren't really even using computers, even though they were a computer company. We weren't using computers to do design work. We were doing it all by hand and speccing type and so on and so forth. But it gave me the real foundation to really take the graphics to a new level. And then I started doing it on my own when the kids were growing up, and started Hutchins Design by going around to the local printers and giving them my business card, and it's grown since then.
Wow, that's great. So let's fast forward a little bit, and now it's Hutchins Media, and the internet came into play. And so how did that change things for you? I mean, what was that transition like when all of a sudden everything is electronic and not something that you draw on the page?
Well, the turnaround time requires a much faster turnaround time, and that's the expectation. So as far as how things changed, sadly, the creative process gets condensed and squeezed, which sometimes can jeopardize the creative process. But on the other hand, it's so much the communication between clients and printers and everything is at lightning speed, which makes the process much faster and many times more enjoyable.
Yeah. Wow. Well, that's awesome. So your business was started in New London, right? New Hampshire.
Yes.
And then you grew and you moved to Lebanon, and
did.
just recently you came to Hanover.
Yeah. I was in Lebanon for 5 years and have had clients in the Hanover area. It was just a fluke. I was getting my hair cut across the street at We're Making Waves. Little pitch to them. They do a great job. And saw a for lease sign across the street. I walked across the street, and it was my lucky number, which is 23 South Main Street. I fell in love with the space.
It's a beautiful space.
And my current lease was coming up for renewal, so I decided to make the switch.
Awesome, awesome. How's the transition been so far? How's Hanover?
It's been wonderful. I really, really enjoy being in Hanover. It's so vibrant and lively, and it's great to just be able to walk out the street and do a little shopping and go to a nice restaurant.
Yes,
It's
great.
really great.
Great. Now, you were telling me before that you have a passion for education. So do you want to tell me a little bit about the initiative that you're starting that's based on education?
Yes, so my new initiative is called Building to Brilliance, buildingtobrilliance.com. And it stemmed from seminars and workshops that we had been doing at our Lebanon location very successfully. We had monthly lunch and learns. And I was getting such a good feedback from it, I realized that I could take this to a different level using the internet and create online classes. And rather than just create online classes in various different subjects, I decided to organize it into 3 pillars of learning. One where you graduate from one to the next. The first one being discover, and that's really where you discover why you're doing what you're doing and who your audience is and what kind of an impact you want to make. So it's more personal development in the discover pillar. Then the next one that you graduate to is develop. And that's actually where we develop your core values and your core mission, your mission statement, your elevator speech, define your ideal client profile.
So this is for emerging entrepreneurs then?
Yes. Well, emerging entrepreneurs, but also ones that may feel they're sort of stuck and they've forgotten why they're doing what they're doing, and they need to remember and reunite the passion within them.
Because sometimes you just get caught up in the details. Did I file my paperwork on time? Do I have space? Do I have a logo? Do I have business cards?
And the passion of why you actually started the business gets left to the sidelines. And it's so important to get back to that. So that's the develop section, is where we develop really so your marketing pieces. And then the deliver quadrant is where we actually deliver all your message and that to the world. So that's where we develop the website and logos and design what kind of marketing avenues you want to be involved in, whether your industry and your audience looks more to print, or does it look to web or radio or video. That's where we determine all of that.
So you're not just working on their media packaging. You're working on coaching them as new businesses and how to launch themselves.
I am, because I have found over the years that people really, really want that. They need some guidance and some coaching about whether they're going in the right direction with their marketing.
And with 33 years, you have a lot of experience as someone who's launched a business yourself, and and brought it up through the ranks, and all those years of toil, so to speak, because it takes a lot of time and effort for a business.
It does.
So with the marketplace being different now, everything's online. Everything is very, gratification now. What would you tell somebody who's a new business starting out? What would be your advice to somebody when they're on the fence? How do we do this? Can we do it?
I think my advice to them would be to understand, number one, why they're choosing to do what they're doing and what the gain is for them. And there's lots of different reasons, and a lot of them are valid. But to really understand exactly what their why is, why they're doing what they're doing. Because people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. And if you don't have that enthusiasm and excitement that you show to people about why you're doing what you're doing, you're not going to be that successful. So
That's
really
great.
defining your why and understanding that would be the first step.
That's great. Well, Janet, welcome to Hanover, and I know we're going to do a ribbon cutting for you in a few minutes.
That's right.
And I'm really excited to have you as a member of the chamber as well.
Thank you. I am very excited to be part of the chamber again.
Janet, when you're ready, let's get it rolling.
Okay, thank you.
Awesome.
Yay!
And now let's check in with Ed Buxer, our Hanover Area Chamber of Commerce intern, who's over at Lou's Bakery getting a cooking lesson.
Thank you for joining us here on CATV tonight. My name is Ed Buxer. I am with the Hanover Area Chamber of Commerce. Joining me is Zach, the chef here at Lou's. How are you doing, Zach?
Good, how you doing?
It's great to meet you. And, this is a very important milestone for Lou's. Lou's has just celebrated their 70th anniversary. They're a real staple of the Hanover community, and to celebrate that, today Zach and I are going to be cooking some of their most famous and most well-loved dishes. What have we got today, Zach?
We're going to be cooking our cruller French toast.
Oh, what's delicious?
This is our day-old cruller donuts. We soak them in a spiced French toast batter, and then we're going to grill them to golden brown.
Sounds good.
After that, we're going to move on to our famous corned beef hash. This is made with house roasted corned beef, red potatoes, and a blend of our own spices. Secret recipe.
Indeed.
And then we're going to finish off with some buttermilk pancakes.
Sounds good.
Yes, sir.
All right, so we're going to start off with the French toast, you said?
You got it.
So, where do we begin?
We need to get some gloves on.
Sounds good.
We get our cinnamon, nutmeg, and sugar in here. I'm just eyeing that out. We're gonna do about 4 tablespoons.
Sounds good.
We're gonna mix that up so it's nice and homogeneous. I'm gonna let you go ahead with this one.
Sounds good.
I'll oil the grill up for you. You just want to dunk these 3 cruller donuts in there. Just throw them right on the grill.
Alrighty.
Make sure you get them nice and soaked. Submerge them right in there.
How's that look?
Beautiful.
Just put that on the grill.
Delicious. Yes, sir. And a good little trick. Let me show you this one. We can even do them 2 or 3 at a time.
Efficiency.
The more egg
Lovely.
wash, the better.
Indeed.
And we're gonna go ahead and smash a grill weight on there to make sure they cook all the way through.
Sounds good.
Give them about 2 or 3 minutes on each side.
Next up is the corned beef hash. So where do we start making one of these?
All right. So I'm gonna show you the first one, and then I'll let you throw one on.
Sounds
Pretty
good.
straightforward. Just gonna take it out of the wrapper.
Okay.
Throw it right on the hot side of the grill. We got this set to about 400. Chop it up, get it nice and flat. Then we're gonna wait and get that nice and crispy. The more crisp, the better. Push it down nice
All
and
right.
flat. Perfect. We're about ready to flip our cruller French toast here. So
Sounds
take
good.
that grill
So
weight off.
Take the grill weight off.
And then one nice even stroke, go right underneath and flip them over. Nice.
Then we just put the grill weight back on.
Right back on top, you got it. Nice salad. Next we're gonna go ahead with our buttermilk pancakes.
All right.
So you're gonna wanna drop those guys right here.
Okay.
And you're gonna wanna go to the left of that.
To the left of that
pancake
one?
There, yes sir.
All right.
Okay, go ahead and smack that right on the grill, get it all in there. Even go have a little bit more pancake on there. It's a little shy.
Yeah, yeah. how are these corned beef hashes coming?
So they're getting nice and crispy. We're gonna go ahead and give them a flip. I'll show you the first one again.
Sounds good.
Excuse me. There you go, that's what you're looking for right there. So that all the fat in there is nice and crispy. That's where your flavor comes from. Not bad for a beginner.
All right.
Alright, now we'll let them continue to crisp up. Crullers are ready to give a flip back over.
Excellent.
You want to go ahead with that?
Sounds good. Now, how do you know when these crullers are about to be finished up?
You're looking for a nice golden brown color, just like that there.
Just like that one.
That's perfect. You just really want to make sure the egg wash is cooked through, which we know that happened because we had the grill weight on top. So we can go ahead and take those off, throw them right on a plate.
Excellent.
They're going to be ready to serve.
Sounds good.
Nice. Give them a little shake. Beautiful.
These look delicious.
Right up in the window, ready
Sounds
to serve.
good right here. All right,
Yes,
I feel
sir.
like a professional.
And we go ahead and finish it with some powdered sugar. Don't be shy.
Oh man, I'm hungry now. Let me
Yeah,
tell
we'll
you.
put that in the takeout box for you. Now the pancakes are all ready. You're gonna take your nicer looking pancake, throw it right on top,
Good call.
right on the plate.
Presentation is
No
everything.
offense. Right behind you.
Ah, there you go.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and drop some poached eggs in here.
Sounds good. Right here.
Those are gonna go right on top of our hash.
So how do we know when the hash is ready to go?
We're just looking for it to be crispy, just like this side here. So we're gonna give it one more flip over. We're gonna throw it right on a plate.
Sounds good.
It's gonna be about 30 seconds to a minute before these poached eggs are ready. So you got time to let that one get nice and crispy.
Sounds good.
I get my share.
I'd be willing to work for food, not even money.
Perfect.
Life of a hungry college student.
Poached eggs are best served semi-soft. We're about 20 seconds out on those.
And is there a point at which you can like really tell when they're ready to go?
You kind of just gain a feel for it, but for me, touch is the best way to tell. So if you want to go ahead and just feel them lightly, that's what you're looking for right there.
And then
Nice
soft as
soft
well there.
egg with a runny center. Skimmer actually is the correct term. Loose corned beef hash.
Classic. It looks great. So, can I get the recipe?
Unfortunately, you cannot.
So look here, we have the fruits of our labor, or more accurately, the hash and other pastries of our labor. And so I'm going to give this a try real quick. So good. I need to know the recipe.
We're not looking to give out our famous recipe, so what makes our hash so special is that we roast all our corned beef in-house every couple of days and keep it nice and fresh.
So now this was Zach's, so I'm going to try mine for comparison. As you can already tell, it's not quite as put together. It's like I'm probably not as put together as Zach, to be honest, but you know, noticeably less crispy, but I'm going to give myself a pass on that.
I think you did a great job. Applications are up front if you want one.
Yeah, I guess I'm not working for the chamber anymore. All right, let's give this a try real quick.
Now the good part, the best part.
Part you've all been waiting for. Only I'm the one who gets to eat it. Divine. I'd love to learn to make that at home, actually. From the limited kitchen appliances my dorm has. And now let's get the pancakes here. You'll notice that we put Zach's pancake on top. That's for a very good reason. Pitch perfect. I can personally tell you that after I have done this, I will be coming back here quite a bit. You should all too, because Lou's does offer some of the tastiest food that I've had in a long time, and that's saying something, because I go to Dartmouth and they have FOCO, which is possibly the most delicious thing I've ever had in my life, and this is giving it a run for its money. So come on down to Lou's. Thank you for being here with us on CATV for Meet Your Merchant. My name is Ed. This is Zach. It's been fun, Zach. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
That was great, Ed, and boy, am I hungry now. I hope everybody will take a moment and visit your merchants locally, and thank you for watching today.